Good evening, everybody. Under teacher-pupil relationship, uh, we have been discussing certain things. I will remind these things again in short. The relationship between teacher and taught is very important and very sacred, and teachers are worshipped like God. Uh, there are certain things uh, in our uh, mythological tale about the incidents that students pay their great respect and honor to the teachers. Uh, and the mythological tale of Lavya, who cut off his thumb as a Guru Dakshin, or a payment to the teacher as a sign of great respect and honor to his teacher, Dronacharya. And did this was done as a mark of respect and as a small token for his fact uh, of the fact that he has learned from his teacher was invaluable. So teachers share a relationship not only with students, but also the management, the colleagues, and parents, parent-teachers association, and the community are also have a relationship with the teachers. So all the people who come in contact with the teacher have certain expectations from the teachers, because they have a very high esteem of teachers. So there are a number of factors which affect the relationship between teachers and their pupils. The first thing is difference between personal and professional relationship. Professional relations are what is expected by their profession. So they are formally designed, and there's a very formal appearance in these professional relationships, and there is a hierarchy that is related with these kind of relationships. So their personal choices are not regarded. So these professional relationships have a clear purpose. On the other hand, personal relationships deal with emotions, and they are informer. Hello. Hello. Oh, ළමයි නෑ වගේ නේද? මට අර බෙදා රෙකෝඩින් එක යනවද මොකද කරන්නේ? එනකන් ඉන්නද? එක්කෙනෙක්ද කවුද කිව්ව දවසක් මේ ළමයින්ට ඉස්සර වෙලාව තිබුණේ 7:30 කියලා. ඒක නිසාද දන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. නේද? මොකද කරන්නේ? නැතුව කරලා ඔව් ඔව් මේ ඔව් එහෙම මම ඉන්නම් මේ ආය මේ අර ලබන සතිය මොකද ඒ ඩේට් එක මට ගෙදර දානයක් තියෙනවා ඒකයි 25th වලට පුළුවන් නේද? ඒක එහෙනම් එහෙම කරන්න මම ඉන්නම් හරි ඕකේ thank you ඔව් හරි 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 ඕකේ මම අහන්නම් වෙන මොකුත් නෑ නේද ළමයි කී දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවද ජොයින් වෙන්නේ ටිකයිනේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් උපරිම 9ක් වගේ තමයි ජොයින් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ දන්නේ පොඩක් ඒක බලන්න ඔව් පෙන්වන්නේ නැහැ වෙන අය ඒකයි මුල ඉඳලම හැබැයි මම නම් දැක්කේ නැහැ ගොඩක් අය ඉන්නවා ඒ වෙලාව නිසාද දන්නේ නැහැ නේද ඒගොල්ලන්ට මේක යනවනේ නේද ලින්ක් එක යනවා ඔව් මං අහන්නම් ඒක අද අහන්න ඕකේ ඔව් එහෙම මට නැහැ හොඳයි හොඳයි Himaya.
Oh, madam.
Yes, where are the others?
Actually, I don't know, madam. I just joined.
Um, can't you send them a message to join quickly?
Okay, madam, sure.
Thank you. Uh, it's almost 7:32. Shall we start then? I was waiting. Himaya, shall we start?
Okay, madam.
Okay, did you send them a message?
Yeah, madam. I send a message to our group.
Okay, right. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, madam.
Um, uh, I was summarizing the last lecture but unfortunately nobody was there. Then I stopped again. Uh, right. The teacher-pupil relationship. In a classroom, the relationship between the teacher and the students is very important. Now, teachers were worshipped like God. Right now, there are many incidents uh, in our past history where students uh, pay their utmost uh, respect to teachers uh, for the to honor them. And now a certain mythological tale is here. Here, uh, a student called uh, Eklavya, who cut off his thumb as a token of Guru Dakshina. Guru Dakshina, a kind of uh, act to show the great respect and honor to the teacher. Now, this was done as a mark of respect and a token to what this student uh, had had learned from his teacher. And teachers uh, have a relationship with students or his or her pupils. But do they have only that relationship? No. Teachers have has a large community to interact, to have relationships. Some with the now students and the management of the school or institutes, and with his or her own colleagues, friends, and with parents of the students and other people of the community. So there's a huge kind of uh, community is there for the teacher. So uh, the outer community of the teacher uh, have some have certain expectation from the teacher because they regard teachers with high esteem. They respect teachers very well, so they expect something from the teachers. So let's find out the facts which affect the relationship between teachers and their pupils. The first one is difference between personal and professional relationship. Let's see what's this. Now, professional relationship. Now, teachers have teachers have a profession, so they have a professional relationships. They are organizational oriented uh, relationships. For example, in the school, the relationship between teacher and the principal is professional one. Teacher and the other teachers, the professional, and teacher and sometimes the educational officers, they have a professional relation. So there's a formality in that relationship. So they don't depend on personal choices, and they are very clear. Professional relationships are very clear. On the other hand, personal relationships deal with emotions. It's less formal. So there is a they have personal relationships of teachers have nothing to do with their status, their power, or the social positions. So they treat others as they are. So there is no distance in this kind of personal relationship, and they have no place for any professional achievement or any other conscious purpose. So it totally a result of a personal choice. So the main factor for personal association is the continuation of attraction between the two. The personal relationships you have with for your own benefit, on attraction, likewise. Now, so as a teacher, you have two kind of roles. That is your personal and the professional. Personally, you have relationships, and professionally, you have relationships. Now, you have to, as a teacher, you have to understand this, these two situations, and you should not entangle these two or mix up the duties of these two categories. Sometimes you may see the personal relationships obstruct professional relationship, right? Now, for example, in a school, if a teacher has a too much personal relationship with another teacher, that may obstruct the professional uh, activities in the school. And on the other hand, unsuccessful professional relationship may lead to very bad personal relationships. Unsuccessful now for example, school management and the teacher, if the interaction is not very good, it will affect the personal relationship between those two. So these things have to be clarified well in order to have in order to be a good teacher. The second one is analysis of relationship between teacher and student. And here The one thing is teacher liking students. Now, as teachers, you may like your students. You may like, there's a certain kind of uh, bond or attraction between you two. Right. Now, normally, teachers like students who are good at their work, who are competent and uh, socially adjusted children. So they are the students who get the attraction of teachers. And some mostly uh, the students who don't pay attention to the students or who behave very badly in the classroom, or the students who do not like to improve themselves. So these kind of students uh, uh, are not, uh, however, this is a very specific situation. Uh, so there's another kind of situation where one teacher like a particular student, but another teacher may not like that student or have a strong dislike for that student. So there are cases like that. And on the other hand, students like teacher. So students also have a liking for the teachers. Normally, students who are academically good uh, tend to like their teachers. And those who are not good enough in their academic work may not like their teacher. And on the other hand, they may not they may not be academically good because uh, they they do not have a liking toward the teacher. Uh, so the relationship between uh, the teacher and the student is very important. Uh, and another quality which attracts students or is the fairness, or if the teacher, when the teachers treat the students unbiasedly, they like those teachers. And if the teacher give them some freedom, they like that teacher. Or the teachers who have sympathy towards the students, they like that teacher. So see whether you have these qualities with you. So again, we have to stress that the teacher-student relationship should be a very strong one. So they share a mutual bonding. But there is a limit. There is a limit to this relationship. As a teacher, you must highly understand it. If you now, certain teachers, they may develop too much liking or affection for a particular student. So in that case, the classroom atmosphere will be unhealthy. So that is not an expected trait trait, but too much liking or affection for a particular student by a teacher. So, on the other hand, a teacher may develop a strong dislike or hatred for a particular student. So that tend also not at all good or anything. So it is a very undesirable quality of a teacher. So a classroom should not be a place where teachers should sort their own personality issues. Now, now, what is it? In a classroom, a teacher should behave in a certain formal way. You should not reveal your own personality traits in the classroom. I mean, the bad side. So now, for example, a childless elderly lady teacher may become over affectionate towards her students. So in that case, now childless elderly teacher may have a very strong liking because she does not have any of her own children. So this kind of thing, the too much affection or affection is not good. Uh, Now, a survey done about students show that students who like their teachers tend to do well in that particular subject. Right now, if you like your maths teacher, you will be good in maths, uh, and you will learn more and more better. So it's not a right now. You should not mislead by this thing. You should not try to become popular with students in a somewhat uh, lower ways, right? Now, if you are genuine, if you work properly, if you manage or uh, have a proper relationship with your students, you will become popular. No problem. But if you try to become popular in uh, lower means that is a shallow behavior, and it is soon caught by the students and it will not last long. Third one, teachers information about students as a factor. Now, the students in the class, you should know, you should have enough knowledge about all the 30 students. Uh, the students' background, circumstances, their interests, their problems at home. So certain things you should know, right? Now, it's a not a good not a easy thing. It's difficult to understand each and every child, their likes and dislikes, how their parents are, likewise. So, but you should have time for that. You should Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Excuse me. Now, can you please join? So I was telling that each child is different and unique. Therefore, a teacher has to have a full knowledge about the student and help them to uh, uh, build their skills. So, the other information regarding Safana, Safana, please to soon. So teachers also Uh, I think I'm extremely sorry. I think the third factor is teachers' information about students as a factor. Now, we should think why uh, teachers should know about students. Now, you know, the teachers have to deal with a large number of students each day. Now, she may not have one class, maybe 7 or 8 periods. So, uh, very difficult, a tough thing, but have to have some time spent with each and every child. So teachers has to be very uh, tactful about this matter. Now, why uh, why is it important to have information about students? The first thing is teachers work in groups. Teachers have as I mentioned earlier, teachers have a large group of students. So uh, that means she may have 3 or 4 classes, sometimes 5, in according to her timetable. So uh, if the teacher know her students well, it make it uh, easy for her to do her learning teaching task well. The second point is teachers work with all type of students. Now, in a classroom, there are different types of students who come from different backgrounds uh, and different understanding, different desires and likings, different upbringings. So now it will not be uh, able to uh, afford any a large amount of time for a particular person, but uh, in a problematic child, uh, maybe in a class, but sometimes they have to uh, ignore for a certain time, but uh, there should be patience in a teacher uh, to have an understanding about these children also, and try to solve this kind of problems. Uh, Next point is teachers work with children continuously. Now, now teachers are with students all the time. So all the time they have learning teaching activities. Now, if you can see this classroom, see uh, there are many students. So there are many visual aids. So many things are there. So now you know, though you do not get enough time to plan your activities ahead, uh, you should be able to do that. Now, now you can see now in this situation, teacher mm, uh, displays something and uh, takes a child to read it. Others are uh, looking at it. So in that particular way also, teacher can have an understanding about that child and about others also. Now in this picture you can see one child was not attentive. So teachers attention should come to him also. So teacher has to plan different tasks that are helpful for her to understand her children. Uh, then teachers direct learning. Teachers direct students to learn. So that is the teacher's main job. So she had to provide information, provide activities, uh, so that students can learn well. Now, if they spend too much of time uh, getting familiar with students, they will have no time left for actual teaching. Now see, if you spend too much time now in a classroom for a particular subject, there are limited amount of time. So you have to plan your work according to that. So if for a particular thing, particular problem, if you spend too much of time unwisely, then you will lose the actual teaching. And teachers need to produce results. So their success directly dependent on the result they produce at the end of a term or a year or a course like that. So uh, uh, while producing the results, while improving knowledge, uh, the student's personality has to be developed. Uh, the achievement of pupils is judged not only by scholastic, but also non-scholastic achievements. That mean academic or show their progress, and also non-academically wise mean their skills, like their communicative skills, their personality, their uh, confidential self-confidence, uh, their speaking ability, fluency of languages, uh, psychomotor skills, their affective side. So many skills and competencies have to be developed. So teachers have uh, to have a good knowledge of their pupils in order to have all these progresses. This next one is teachers differ in their ability to use information. Uh, The information about pupils may be used by teachers in a positive way. Now, teachers want to uh, improve their children, but so they are the pupils. But sometimes teachers may not be sensible enough. They may not maintain the secrecy of some confidential information. So that may be not good. Third one is next point. Next point is resources of teachers are limited. So the teachers interact with students on daily basis. Daily they interact, but they do not have enough time, individual time to gather information regarding them. So they do not get enough time to visit their homes, and if sometimes do site in such situations, she can use the previous information about the children. Then the next point is teacher's role as a counselor. Now, uh, teachers need to teach for sure, because that is what they have been appointed for. Now they have to teach what they have that they are appointed. But along with that, they have to be act as a counselor for the students. Sometimes there are trained counselors, but sometimes the teacher has to do the counseling part. Purposes, activities, and achievements of teacher and student as factors. Purpose. Purpose is very important factor around which our entire life revolves. Everybody should have to have a purpose. Teachers have a purpose, professional purpose. Students have a purpose. Parents, everybody in the society should. So it is common to all, teachers, students, and everybody. So in a classroom, both the teacher and students have similar purposes. And if they have a similar purpose, both the students and the teacher they have a good rapport between them. They have the similarity. They have a definite purpose. Now, for example, teacher have a plan. Teacher has got a plan. So she make the students know about her plan for the year. So they together help each other to carry out the plan accordingly. So in such a situation, see how helpful it is to achieve the target. This is beneficial for both. Then the activities. Activities in a classroom. So there should be a variety of activities that should take place in a classroom. So students very much like to outdoor activities and field visits, picnics, like that. So And but as teachers, you may be very reluctant to such. You may like uh, written reports, you giving assignments, sometimes group projects like that. So that you can cover your syllabus. So the teachers should maintain the balance of this work, outdoor and indoor activities. So if you balance the activities, children will happily engage in those activities and learn well. Achievement. Subject matter achievement of both teachers and students. Now, teachers uh, who have a good control over the subject are respected by their students. Now, on the other hand, students who master the subject matter are liked and appreciated by the teachers. So the achievement is very much helpful. Now there are students who do not achieve the target. They may not share a good rapport with the teacher. They may not have the confidence to approach the teacher and ask questions. They are backbenchers. So this point is an important point for the teacher. Techniques of, number 5 is techniques of control. Uh, the classroom can be a productive place only when there is discipline. In every class, there should be a classroom management. So it's a prerequisite for a good learning and teaching. So the classroom, in order to have a very conducive atmosphere for learning and teaching, there should be discipline. Uh, so teacher has to have a control over everything. Sometimes there can be a strictness in her work, and yet she has to be sensitive towards the students. You know, too liberal teachers may create indiscipline. Think about it. Now, uh, so you should not give too much liberty or too much freedom for students, and uh, uh, and when things go wrong, you have to give punishment. So that situation should not happen in a classroom. So teachers should have to have good techniques, modern techniques, to have a good classroom environment for learning. Uh, Actual learning has to be done by students themselves. Now, uh, teacher's role is different today. In order to in order to teach, she should not give each and everything to the students. Uh, she should not be a knowledge transmitter. She is a uh, changing factor in the classroom. So she should give various activities for students. If you give various kind of activities, good activities, classroom management. So the individuality of the teacher is very crucial in the relationship. The teacher's individuality, teacher's personality, how she responds to others, how she speaks, how she behaves, all are very important in this relationship. Uh, in order to keep all students engaged as a loop, uh, while the learning teaching process, uh, you should have good planning. The teacher should be a very good planner, and she should adhere techniques, various methods. So these steps make the teaching process effective, and thereby it will keep the teacher-student relationship even better. Number 6 is social belief as a factor for teacher-student relationship. In cases where teachers and students share similar relationships, so they also make better rapport. Right now, the teachers who believe in ideals like patriotism and simplicity are admired by their students. So they can influence their students strongly. The way they think, their overall personality, uh, and their influence is great for the students. Number 7 is the administrator-teacher relationship as a factor in teacher-student relationship. The faculty of teachers need to work in unison with the administration or management. In a school, the teachers have an hierarchy. The administration is above them. Principal, deputy principals, vice principals, sectional heads, in charge teachers, like that. So all these levels in the hierarchy should work in unison. So there should be a very close relationship between them. So there are a number of factors which influence the administrator-teacher interaction. They can be categorized actors. The factors which affect the relationship between the administrator and the teacher may be two types: disruptive type forces, cohesive forces. Disruptive are unpleasant forces, cohesive are pleasant forces. Let's see what these disruptive forces are. there the management or administration is responsible for all the major decisions of the institution. But sometimes these may not be very conductive or friendly. They are not, they make the managerial decisions taken may not be very conductive and friendly to the teacher. As a result, the teachers may undergo the following forms of unpleasant happenings. Now, due to that mismatch, some unpleasant happenings happen to teachers. They are psychophancy, isolation, belligerency, and adjustment. Psychophancy. This is where the teacher becomes a flatterer to the authority. Flatterer. Showing that showing the management that they are doing according to them, according to the their instructions, but they are not genuine actually. They just showing off. And this kind of situation is can be seen everywhere. So the teachers keep this kind of psychophancy or flattering behavior in order to remain in good books, good moods with the administration. The second one is solation. Sometimes, now due to this, disruptive forces may tend to take different roles, may assume different role, differ to a teacher. These kind of teachers may distance themselves from other teachers and everyone. Sometimes they may feel hurt due to the disruptive forces by the management, and there may not be anyone to tell them. So then the best way, as they think, is to be aside from others. They may act as they like. Next thing is belligerency. This is the exact opposite of psychophancy. Psychophancy is flattering, no? In this situation, belligerency, teacher always in a state of conflict with the management. Due to the disruptive nature, teacher tend to disobey the authority of management. So always contradictory, act contradicting to the administration, the belligerency. Next one is adjustment. As the word suggests, it is adjustment. It is differ from the all above three: psychophancy, solation, and belligerency. Adjustment is they adjust to the situation. They understand that according to the hierarchical order, they are junior to the managerial level and they have to obey the authorities. So they do not display any hostility towards the administration. So next kind of forces are the cohesive forces. Institutional factors under that cohesive forces. Cohesive is having a close association of the management and the teaching staff. For the teaching staff and the management have a close association, close relationship. They work in agreement, very collaborative. The teaching and the non-teaching staff work collaboratively. They have a definite objective. Their final aim is the administration sometimes take harsh steps, difficult decisions to maintain the discipline of the institution. So this hierarchical order, hierarchy is very important in any organization. So in any level, there are duties and responsibilities. If they adhere to their duties and responsibilities, a good working condition, working culture, uh, working ethic is developed in that organization, and that is beneficial for everybody in the institution. So they understand the unwritten laws of the organization, and there's a smooth working happening in the institution. So it's everybody contributes well. Then we come to talk about teacher-pupil interaction. When we analyze the interaction between the teacher and students, we used to observe many activities happening between them. Like they talk to each other, they listen to each other, they think, they do movements, and they take place constantly, continuously. John Whitall in 1949 classified the classroom interactions into 7 categories. 7 categories of classroom interactions by John Whitall. They are learner supportive statements that have their intent of reasoning or commending the students. Learner supportive statements. Sorry. Now, the second one is accepting and clarifying statements having intent to convey to the students the feeling that he or she has understood and help to elucidate ideas and feelings. Accepting and clarifying statements. third one is problem structuring statements or questions. Now, here they raise questions about the problem structuring statements or question, which raise questions about the problem in an problem, which facilitate the learner's problem solving qualities. Learner supportive statements, accepting and clarifying statements, problem structuring statements or questions. Three. There are three. Let's see what are the other four. Neutral statements. Next one is neutral statements, which comprise polite formalities, repetition of something already said. Neutral. Then next one is directive statements. Directive statements which intend to have the students follow a recommended course of action. Next one is reproving remarks. Reproving remarks which deter or to stop the students from continued indulgence or present unacceptable behavior. Next point is teachers' self-supporting remarks. Teachers' self-supporting remarks to justify the teacher's course of action. Now you can see these 7 classroom interactions. Let's see how they are. Categories 1 to 3 are learner-centered, learner-supportive, and categories 5 to 7. 5 to 7 are teacher-centered. And these, these kind of interactions, according to John Whitall, may not be identified in a real classroom situation easily. Very easily, we cannot be able to find them. But these kind of categorization help us to analyze the way of interaction that happen in the classroom. So the basic unit of teacher-pupil interaction may be broken into tiny bits, tiny parts. So one part of behavior or one bit of behavior which is emitted by the teacher is called the proaction. The following proaction. And the students give reactions. When teacher give proaction, students give reactions. Many times the teacher may ask a question from a target student. But other students also may give responses to the question. They are built up multiple link. This is called a, excuse me, ripple effect. So these multiple links join together to form chains. Another aspect of studying teacher-pupil interaction is to study the classroom atmosphere. I think the time is up. We had some issues during the lecture. I want to ask whether this time is convenient for you. I don't know who is there.
Sorry,
Yes,
madam.
yes,
I missed the lecture because I'm attending this from UAE. So the time issues, so I forgot. It started joining in UAE time. This is 7:30 here.
yes. I want to know whether we have to start by 7:30. If we start by 7:30, is that time convenient for you?
It's okay, madam. It's okay. Today, I forgot. Really, I was in the
Are you
idea
for?
of yeah, I forgot, madam. Sri Lankan time. I attend in UAE time the class.
Ah,
In my mind,
right,
there is
right.
class 7:30, but I attend in here this time.
Okay, right. So yes, I also had some issues. So forget about it. So there are your friends are not here, but if it is possible for you, please ask from others whether we have
Uh-huh.
to start by 7:30, 7:30 to 9:30.
Oh, okay, madam. Sure.
Uh, one,
Okay.
another day, one said that
Mm-hmm.
before they had classes, the lectures from 7:30.
Uh,
So is that an issue? Okay,
I don't think so, madam. Because
you don't.
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
It's
but I'll ask from some friends, madam.
yeah. You better
Mm.
ask and inform whether
Mhm.
to start by 7:30 instead of 7. Huh? Can you
Okay, madam.
inform? Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
okay. Then, do you have any questions to ask?
Mhm. No, I don't have any ideas about this session, what you did, well. Because
Uh-huh.
last minute I joined the
Okay.
class.
Right.
Mm. I'll go through the recordings, madam, and
Okay.
I'll ask next time.
Okay. Putta. Right. Okay.
Okay.
So then we'll wind up this
Oh,
lecture here.
okay, madam. Okay. Okay. Thank
Bye.
you.
Okay.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.